For this project, I built a command line to-do list application in Python. It lets users add, view, complete, and delete tasks all through a simple text menu, and it's built to handle bad input gracefully instead of crashing. So at a high level, the app stores the tasks in a Python list. So it makes a list and then it stores them on that list, where each task is a dictionary holding the same task name and the date it was added and whether it's done or not. So there's a couple different ways that it does this, but there's a main loop that shows the menu and asks the user to pick an option. So each time we start it up, it'll show this menu: add task, view task, complete task, delete a task, and quit. So it gives you those 5 different options. And if you quit, it's gonna break. So if the choice equals 5, then it's gonna break and it's gonna come out of this loop. And this is while true loop. You can't use words or anything else. It has to be 1, 2, 3, or 5 on this input. So that never happens, because we have our except right here, which prints wrong input, use a number. Come on. So it's going to continue this prompt, which comes from here, this is the choice. The prompt pulls from here, the prompt, and then the argument's the prompt, and then it'll return that same exact choice every single time. And if you're wrong, then it's going to print wrong input, just use a number. So that'll loop back around over and over again. So we have our main function here, which is going to be our menu, and our tasks are empty. We could put tasks in here to make some default tasks that show up, but we're not going to do that at all. So while this is true, we're going to keep running this menu every time over and over again until we break out of it once we enter 5 on our keyboard. So moving on to the next one is our tasks, which is right here. So if the user chooses 1, which it's equal to 1, then we're going to add a task, which takes us down to this function. Else if we choose 2, it's going to take us to view tasks, 3, complete task, 4, delete task, else, all the way up to 5, which is going to pass, and it'll take us back out, which is going to break. So then the else statement, so it'll put wrong input. What are you thinking? I said 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, not whatever choice you put in. That doesn't work. So if you put in a 7 or 8, it's gonna put that back to you, whatever your choice was. After that, we go to define add a task. The task name is equal to the input of whatever the task name is. So we can put in whatever, buy some milk. We can put in buy some milk, buy some eggs, take the dog for a walk. After this input is done, it'll stop here and then move on to the try. If not a task name, raise value error, wrong input, what are you thinking? You cannot put in nothing. So if they don't put in anything, it's gonna throw this error right here, which it's gonna say you can't do that, and then it'll print it if it is equal to that. Else, it'll append the task, which is the task name, the date, and then which is today, and then is it completed? It'll give us an empty box starting. And then finally it'll wait 1.5 seconds, because we imported time and then sleep, so it won't do anything, which we imported from up here. Import time and date and time. So we got both of those, so we can do this date as well as the time, because I just didn't want it to quickly move through it. I'd rather it have a pause before we move to the next one. So then we have view tasks. So try if not task, raise index error, no tasks, you're all caught up. So if we don't have any tasks, it will automatically put this in here saying we're all caught up, we're all good. If not tasks. And I have this like, we don't have any tasks, so why are you asking? So except index errors E, print F, the F string E, which this is it right here. So else for I and then T in enumerate, tasks start is equal to 1. So we're going to start off our tasks at 1, not 0, because otherwise they would all start at 0. We need them to start at 1. So that's why we got to do that. And then that's for I. We're going to enumerate it. So for I right there, that's going to create us the number 1. And then the T is going to be the task, which we have defined here, the date, the task, and is it completed. And then finally, it's going to give us a 2-second sleep after we're done viewing the tasks. So we can look at them all. And then after that, if we click complete task, which is number 3, complete task, we're going to come down to this function. So we're going to be able to view the tasks. We're going to have the choice, what task would you like completed? Enter number. And so then we can enter our number to complete that task. Then it's going to take our choice. If we enter a 1, we want to index it back to 0 because they all start at 0. So if index is less than 0, or index is greater than the length of tasks, it's going to say, wrong input, what are you thinking? You can only choose index, not choice. You can't choose 9 if we only have 8. Or if we only have 2 and we chose 4, it doesn't work. We can't do that. Else, chosen equals tasks index. Whatever index we chose, it'll actually put it on there and say, hey, we chose number 5. So we chose number 5. It'll show up as number 5. It'll say completed. It'll change it to a check mark because we chose that we completed task number 5. Then it'll say, so we can see it because this all happens in the background, print you completed, check mark, and then chosen task. So whatever, like number 5, we chose bought some milk, it'll show a little check mark next to the milk, so that way we know it's been taken care of. Then it'll sleep after 3 seconds, so nothing will change on the menu. So then our last one is delete tasks. So if we select option number 4, delete a task, we'll view all the tasks. So we're going to run this function again, which is up here. So it'll run this function. Then it's going to give us the choice, what task would you like deleted? Enter number. So then we can enter a number. And again, it starts at 0. So we have to do choice -1. So if we enter a 1, it'll go to 0. So that way we can choose it. If index is less than 0, so if it's a -1, or index is greater than the length of the index or tasks. So if we had 4 tasks and we chose 5, it wouldn't work. Or less than 0, which would be -1, it wouldn't work. Then it'll print wrong input. What are you thinking? You can only choose index, not choice. Else, remove tasks pop index. So we will remove the task on that list, depending on which index we chose. So if it was a 5, we'd remove the 5. And then after that, it'll be print you deleted remove task. And it'll show a little happy crying face. So that we got that task removed. And then it'll sleep after 2 seconds. And then again, we're back at the menu. And let's go ahead and see how this works now. So go ahead and click run. There we are. Hello and welcome to your to-do storage container. What can I do for you today? So we're going to say, I want to do 1. I want to add a task. So task name is going to be pick up milk. Pick up milk. Okay. So then it's going to take a second. I don't have you've added task pick up milk. Something I could add later. And then we'll do add a task and we'll say, scroll down, let's do pick up eggs. So now we know we need to pick up the eggs. And then we'll do one more. Pick up pizza. Because pizza sounds amazing. Okay, now I want to view the tasks. So let's push 2. So we got pick up milk, pick up eggs, pick up pizza. And then it gives us the date that is today that we added the task. And then we have our unmarked checkboxes. So let's say we picked up the pizza. So we're going to push 3, complete a task. So which one are we going to choose? We're going to choose 3. You completed pick up pizza. So now we're going to click view tasks. Look at that. We got a check mark for pick up pizza. So now let's say we want to delete that task. Click 4. And then I'm going to say 3. I want deleted. You deleted pick up pizza. So now let's view our tasks again, see what we have. There we go. All we have is pick up milk. Now let's just see if we can create some errors with this. I'm going to click 8. Wrong input. What are you thinking? I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 8. Okay, let's try 7. Nope. Then it changes it to a 7, as you can see here. I can't do a 7. So let's try 122. Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, so let's say we want to add a task. Let's see, view task. Or no, let's do 3, complete a task. Now we'll see if we can do this one. Which task would you like complete? I'm going to say I want number 45 completed. Wrong input. What are you thinking? You can only choose 44, not 45. That's wrong. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let's try delete a task 4. What task would you like deleted? I'm going to say -2. And then 5, quit. Okay, so you could see why I had to get rid of it is because it took the index, which was the choice -1. So it took my number, which was 45, and returned 44 when I pulled that index in here. That doesn't work. So I just removed that index from there. I was trying to get a list of numbers to show up. That was the overall goal. So it'd be like, hey, you can only choose 1 through 4. And I was trying to bring up the index, but then I later realized that's not how it works. So you can't do that. But I just removed it for now. I'll update that later, so it'll actually show up the full list, and I'll do it in a later video so it actually shows the whole list. But it is a cleaner code now. It actually says you cannot choose the choice you made, and that's it. And so you have to make sure that it has to equal the length of tasks that you do have. So it has to be whatever your tasks are. Let's say you have 5, it has to be 1 through 5. You can't choose 6 and you can't choose -1. So now it'll work. It won't show up 44 when I type in 45, and it won't show -3 when I typed in -2. So that's all fixed now. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell of how our to-do list app works. And yeah, it's pretty solid. It does a clean job of keeping tasks. There's still a lot of work that can be going into this. There's so much that can change, but this is great for a starter to-do app. That's my to-do list app. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.